certain people, and we talked about this before, that I mean, they have a certain physical strength that no one can say no.
That's a good point.
I mean, it becomes,
What are we talking about again?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm having flashbacks again.
But I think
yeah, where's Jeremy at? Oh, he's just working the corner again.
But then by that theory or that idea, even though we think and we all would imagine if we were to try to decide who would be the best suited to survive, we talked earlier about the Amish or the Mennonites, people like that, but not really, because you're saying because then martial or no law would be around, so then just gangs would come and take their shit and they lose anyway.
Well, they don't know how to.
die.
Yeah,
No, gangs wouldn't take the Amish stuff because they don't know how to use it.
No.
Well,
See, no.
They take their
I don't know. That's
food,
where the
but-
mob rule kind of lose it.
No, Amish, I would have to say they're pretty
you can't have
safe.
one without the other. You can't have that kind of gang mentality thing and then like,
Well, they
oh,
would take
they're
stuff,
Amish.
but-
We're not going to mess with them.
No,
they're
I'm
gang.
not saying they wouldn't, but they wouldn't know how to mess with them, per se. Because one, the Amish
Well, they
hang
would
together.
still have
They
livestock.
stay
I would
together.
assume they would still have ways
Yes.
because they
Yeah,
would
but
have
they're
ways
gonna
of.
Again, what he
together.
said is
It's a community.
It's a community. It's a large group.
Have you ever seen Amish Mafia?
No, okay.
I have seen that.
Yeah, we're not
I'm just throwing it out
But
there.
I side
Amish
with him
have guns.
They're ready, fist bump. Fist bump.
Yeah, like muzzle loaders.
That was awesome. Amish Mafia.
Hell no, I
Shout
mean,
out to a lot of. Oh
no,
my
I
God.
mean, it's a community. So
Okay.
I would pretty much say, and kind of what he's saying is, a gang member. How many gang members do you think know how to milk a cow?
Well, I don't. You're right, but I think that they know where to go so people that still have cows. And if they get word that hey, the Amish still have
you
cows,
think
Yeah,
they're
but they
gonna
wouldn't
pressure
begin.
them?
They're not going to mess with it.
No. I'm
They're
going
going
to
to
tell you
look for an
right
easier
now.
target.
I feel like this is worst case scenario.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be
'Cause
super
there are
worst case.
Well, that and it's a little bit farther down.
so
because
then
at first
it's
gonna be-
universally agreed it's the Amish and Mennonites at least. If
I'm hanging with them.
that's who's going to be the best place, best most likely to succeed.
And what's funny is what he's pretty much saying is preppers are
I
probably
agree.
one of the
you
first
know.
ones.
I see
they'll
those.
be
I
the
see those
first
young
ones that-
children,
yeah,
and
if
they come
somebody
young
goes,
men, and then they
yeah,
become
Well, young kids.
adults.
Young kids will be
and-
through just total hell.
You know,
It'll be total hell for young kids.
Oh, can you just imagine the shift, the paradigm shift? Because now, I mean, we got kids, they're all in their tablets. I've got two that it just drives me nuts. I mean, I'm like, go outside and play.
I know.
But I mean, they're so stuck in technology. But that shift is like, if kids, say their kids, had to live in that world with no technology, I mean, stronger, smarter, more apt to survive in the
I would think
wild.
that we all universally think that, and so because of that, I think that that's probably wrong.
No,
Does that make sense?
Cavemen.
Because I
It's
think that there's
possible.
probably things that we don't know about these things that
Yeah.
because evolution happens through
Well,
it.
let's remember.
And
back-
I
Right.
agree
I
because
understand
I'm
what
like
you're
you.
saying.
There's an element to it that's like.
Because the
But
human
then my
race
daughter
can
will
be
show me
shocking.
some of the art that she does on there,
Yeah,
and then how she can create with some of the art. And like honestly, I'll be cool for 3 weeks, and I'll be like, okay, well, you know what? There is some awesome stuff in there, and it's not just all a game. And then the next time it'll be like just some really rudimentary game. You earn points if you can do the makeup on the thing, and I'm like, you know.
The other thing
And
that would
like,
happen
then so
that would
it's-
be bad about with electricity going out. Now, I mean, you'd still have cops and stuff, but it'd be limited. But
Yeah,
the moral
martial law.
decay, the moral decay of society at the level it's at now, the only thing that holds it in check is people morally. I feel like the decay in society is held in check by technology. You know, and if you take
then
that
you have
away,
a superhero that was like from the Amish world.
dude, you'd be
Dude,
really
Chris Hemsworth's out of work. We've got Amish. Amish. I don't know. We gotta think about it.
Yes,
You know what I'm
coming
saying?
soon to a
'Cause, I
theater
mean, you
not
take-
near you.
You,
Oh, he's
you
already
take out,
blonde. It's perfect.
you eliminate video cameras.
Yeah.
You eliminate cops for the most part because there's no radios. So how they I mean, they
It
could
would
still
just
be there,
Really
Yeah.
be the
but
ones
very
that
hard to
normally would
communicate.
Yeah, and I mean, and there
So-
would be a delay, a huge delay in communication.
Yeah.
Because communication is still there, but it's as good
But
as,
it-
hey, Phil, go hand this note.
Pony,
Pony
Express,
Express, yeah.
baby.
It's Pony Express, just all over again.
So, I mean, it would be extremely delayed.
But
so,
the
I
thing
mean,
that I think would worry me the most would be like the medical aspect. Because you don't have
Well,
all
see,
that technology to get.
That's where your first responders. You know, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm
The
saying,
moral
like
decay.
vaccines, like
Right,
yeah,
antidotes,
and
stuff like
that's
that.
where-
Well, just even life support, nursing
The,
homes,
thing,
all this
the loved
stuff.
ones like my dad who's on oxygen, you know what I mean?
Right.
Those ones, those were the thing that would be that.
it-
How fast would we have to just be like, before we were gonna
We'd have to get
pull the
multiple.
plugs quick, but you know what? It's a new world.
yeah, I mean, and the sad thing
Yeah.
is, it would be back
Well, it wouldn't
to
matter if you pulled the plug because there
survival
would be
of
no
the
plug.
fittest.
You're right.
It's like, what are you doing?
There would be no
But you know
plug.
what I mean? Like the generator's gonna quit in 3 weeks, so we gotta say our goodbyes.
So, but that goes back to what I was telling you. That would be what they would call a natural culling.
Yeah.
You know, because people live longer in
Natural culling?
Yeah, that's what it's
Oh,
called.
Is that what it's called in humanity?
That's like the
Do they call it culling like a blue?
cold-hearted
That's
version
like your
of it.
bluegill.
Hardest version of it.
Like
But
catch a bluegill, you gotta cull that.
that when you went prior electricity, people had 6 and 7 kids because they would lose 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, that's why they had so many.
Yeah.
It's not because they didn't have anything better to do.
They lost kids.
Well, I think that's the first
bit
thing.
of both,
I think that's the worst thing that Billy's forgetting about these early estimates about afterwards. It's like because that's the first thing that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Everyone's
literally.
getting pregnant because you got nothing to do. Everyone's going to find something to do.
You're gonna walk down the street, babies are just gonna be plopping out left and right.
Right?
All right.
And then you got all these
Aunt
mothers. that
Carol,
are
why are
pregnant.
you pregnant?
Now they're pregnant.
Oh,
you
you're
brought up a
Uncle
new
Wayne.
one. You got all these pregnant women, and then you have no doctors to really take care of them because they're
Well,
tied
like
up.
they said, he brought up that first the medical thing, man.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to just.
Oh, the medical field alone, it'd be just like you said. It'd be
It'd go back to the Western times. I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be.
you could no
know what?
scope surgeries, no
Yeah,
open
none
heart.
of the
none
doctors that
I mean,
were
they still
doctors
have
still
some
at
of
that
their
time
knowledge,
wouldn't
but,
be
like,
equipped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
all
knowledge,
the
but
electronical stuff, all
But
the
see-
stuff that helps mix up the
it'd be
antidotes
so
and stuff like that.
rude.
Yeah.
the
rudimentary.
technique would be lost. Again, what we were talking about, the stair step of civilization. We have already gone to like 17, and then we have to get pushed down to like 3. Okay,
Right.
like these doctors are so used to using technology to complete certain tasks in their medical procedures that they're gonna be like, oh crap,
But not all
how
of them,
do
right? Like not like if you learned how to be a doctor in like Pakistan or somewhere, and you didn't have the you had like the 8th rate, not like the 2nd rate.
Yeah, because-
you had like the 8th rate, and you didn't get to have sonograms. You did it old school with a stethoscope, and you know what I mean? And like you did it like
You're
you'd be like
flicking the melon.
Oh,
You're
God,
like,
yes.
this one isn't right. Put it
yeah.
back, little
I mean,
Timmy.
that's a great movie, man. You know,
You know
what I
what's
mean?
going to be the scariest and hardest thing to get though of all of it? The hardest thing for people to get their hands on?
Whiskey.
Alcohol.
No. Fresh, clean water.
Ah.
All your sewage plants, all your sewer treatment plants, they'll be done. They'll be shut down.
Well, I mean,
You wouldn't be able to
eventually.
clean the.
Yeah.
What are you going to go to? A river? You
Yeah.
going to go
Yeah.
to the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
no!
that- can I?
No! You don't want to go to a river anymore.
Explain to them why you don't want to go to
No,
a river.
no, no,
Wait, I don't want to go out.
No.
Oh my god, because the rivers are all polluted because the electrics knocked out all the fucking power plants. Oh my god.
No,
We
anymore.
fucking stink.
Anymore.
Is that what you
Yes.
Oh,
Because
they're
the rivers
polluted.
they're already polluted.
You'd have
Doesn't
to clean
matter.
the water. You'd have to clean the water.
Well, no. Here it is. I mean,
That's a whole
it's-
nother
it's
program.
Several. Again, we're
What about
going.
that one of the Coors Light commercial?
No,
It looks so clean.
Yeah, they filter it though.
Yeah.
they have
Of course.
to filter it.
Yeah, but you forgot the filter station they got up on the mountain over to the left.
Yeah, you see that waterfall?
Mountain streams are probably some of the most radioactive polluted water
What is this?
there is.
That's a bobcat turd. Just push it off to the side. Drink next to it. No. Yeah, but see, and it's also our progression has got us to the point where our bodies as humans, okay,
Oh yeah. I didn't
we have gotten to the. If we can learn to adapt to make things simpler, like our bodies like simple. So if we have fresh, clean, filtered water, then our bodies don't need to filter out the toxins, the bacteria, so forth, so on. So now we have pretty much, kind of domesticated us to where we can no longer
Oh my gosh, like a cat, huh?
Worse.
Yeah, because cats lick
Why don't
their
we
own
hurt-
butts.
Oh yeah.
But you don't want to do that.
no.
Like a dog. A dog. A dog.
On that note, send us to the next one.
To the next note. I mean,
Yeah, send us to the next butt to lick, Robert. What was that? It sounded like I'm trying to start this Ford Pinto. Damn, it's not running. I can't start it.
so humanity has died out. Mad Max is taking over, and even those cars are
Mad
short-lived
Max.
because it's they only have a little bit of gas left.
Well, I mean, there are natural
Now
ways
you
to
would
make
see
fuel.
what would happen, and this is where I'm saying the culling would come out, because you would see certain people rise to the top, like Jeremy saying, that are very how would you put it, they have the initiative to go the extra mile, building things and being creative ways. Someone like, I'm gonna just say his name, John. Somebody like that who can say, hey, okay, I'm stuck here. I ain't got nothing. I want my truck to go down the road. I'm gonna do hydrogen. He'll do hydrogen. He's done it before. He would do it.
And John, I know you are watching, and you need to be because we love you here. You can explain to you how the hydrogen car
Right.
would work, and he has to, man. It's amazing.
You said
And he's done it.
Yes.
He's done it on his own vehicle.
Yeah. You're right. So, and again, he's lived without air conditioning before, and he's you know what I mean. So he's kind of battle tested.
hey, you know what? My
But
vehicle,
people like
it
that are
doesn't
going
have
to
AC.
be the ones that stay. It's the ones that are not.
Your house does though.
Yes, it
You
does.
know,
Yes, it does.
who people that are so used to everything being handed to them and being done for them are not going to make it.
So
They're
don't.
just not going to make it.
So to sum it up, do not pity those who have lived hard. Look up to them because they're the ones who are going to
The
survive.
meek shall inherit the earth.
Yep.
Wow. So,
Because the meeker you are, the more battle tested you are, really.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean that's something you have to go through. You can't just read a book or watch a YouTube channel.
No.
right.
No.
We want you to watch the YouTube channel.
Again, it's like I've been saying about the Game of Thrones finale. It's like, listen, they tried.
Hey,
they
whoa,
tried.
whoa,
Again, I'm like, no spoilers,
okay,
no
okay.
spoilers. I said they tried to write a good ending like the writer before them would do, but they're not the writer before. It's not even their fault, really.
I
wow,
love-
you weren't as good as a writers as one of the best writers apparently ever, judging by the popularity of the show, obviously.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of not their fault.
Well, like,
And then they try to make everyone kind of happy, and then they mess up and it's like, wow.
Well, see,
like
that's-
George
the,
Lucas
the other
putting,
thing that would affect people, and this would affect you personally,
Boba Fett.
is people who are getting taking medicine, like thyroid medicine,
Right.
Stuff like that.
Oh
And
my
you would-
gosh.
yeah,
'cause
you
my
would know
wife
that
has had
personally,
her thyroid
and she can't live without it.
neutralized, and she needs that, and then ultimately those would stop being made, huh? 'Cause
Correct.
the companies and factories that make those
Right.
are
Unless you ran
Or
across a
actually have-
pharmacist who knew how to make it.
I'm pretty sure that hippies have a natural. I'm sure that there's
if you
natural.
drive, we'd have to go to California
pretty
and
hard.
find
There's hippies everywhere, not just in California.
But that's what I'm
nobody
saying.
wants
You'd
a
have to,
good quality.
Oh yeah,
hippies
you'd
do.
have to
Yeah,
find a
good
good
point.
pharmacist and things like that. You know, I mean,
want.
everything would go back to barter. Money would be useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be mainly what? Salt, gas,
Or even eggs, milk, bread.
milk, yeah. Food supplies.
Yeah, why is that? I know I asked this before. It seems like that's the only thing everyone always gets if there's like a storm or something coming.
They
those are
really
the
want
things-
French toast.
Yeah, that's what
it's
it
a
is.
staple. It's a staple.
It's a staple.
Yeah, you can make anything with it.
You
make
can't
French
make a
toast.
steak with
I can
eggs.
make a
Egg
steak. I
sandwich,
can make an
French
artificial
toast.
steak.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Next
Throw a
time,
leg
Mike.
in here, throw a little bread in here, mash it together. You brown it on one side, brown. Oh wait, that's French toast.
Yeah, next time on Cooking with a Ginger.
All right, so we definitely covered the EMP. What's another one?
Well,
Come on,
Okay,
Mr.
What's
Research.
another reason
Here's
for
a good one.
failure? Or
I've talked to Nate about this before. Nate, he can kind of touch on this because he knows a lot more about. He knows a little more than I do. A lot
He
more.
can touch.
Is
you're gonna touch your face.
You were keeping that
the
secret.
computers, how the computers and technology in that section affect the grid system. Because we were talking about
he's
that.
talking. I
'Cause
think
a
he's
lot
talking
of
about
them are hooked
Skynet.
up.
No.
Well,
I
almost,
don't know.
because I mean, all the electric, like where I live now, they've hooked up all the electric systems to where they can look it up at one spot instead of having to go around like they used to each meter.
Yeah.
So it's all connected now. Anyway, I mean, it was connected before, but now it's all connected with like computers now.
Well, you guys are
So
saying
you could like overheat the system if you put in the right commands and.
So I'm pretty much saying that not necessarily not an EMP destroying technology,
More like
but technology.
Sabotage,
cyber
terrorists,
terrorism,
cyber terrorism.
Or, I mean, yeah, even with AI.
AI?
AI.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'd
you
be a
know,
good one for our next episode.
what
I
AI?
don't think we've actually finished this. episode.
No, I mean we're just gonna keep going and
Oh,
then
okay.
But
at
AI,
the end,
yeah,
we'll
AI is
hit-
good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Keep going.
But I could see that because
But
your
we're still
computers
doing-
control a lot of that.
Yeah, we're
And it controls like, actually huge regions. Like you'll get the Midwest or the Northeast, and the computers they change and move electricity around to where it's needed more than others.
I
Well,
have
if it gets
watched-
overloaded and these
In one
systems
certain
start
spot.
dropping, you can't just flip a switch and they come back up. It don't work that way. Sometimes you get too far and it overloads, like Nate was saying, and it could take you days or years to get this fired back up
Depends
if it
on-
goes too far.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it goes too far, I mean, it could easily just explode depending on the type of electrical you're using.
I have
Wow.
watched Live Free or Die Hard. Yes, it
Actually, yeah.
explains, yeah, it
Is that
explains
is that
all of it.
is this really?
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know about all the
Damn you,
dramatizations
John
of that,
McClane!
but-
Bruce Willis,
Well,
if you're out there,
You know,
you're
love
welcome anytime.
it's actually pretty shocking to me that the terrorists haven't hit substations and things like that. I mean, they go attack like where people are.
Right.
But that's not where you know.
Well, they're-
and
I
I
guess
guess I
they would think it would be
I
a
don't know,
higher value target.
Yeah,
and
they're
probably
not really
less
smart on their
defended.
targeting.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
They are, because
Yeah.
they're trying to create the fear, not the damage, really.
Well, that and another
well,
thing
if
is
you created the damage, boy, that would sure create the fear.
No, most terrorists, I mean, they do it for certain, like, say, most of them for, like, religious. I mean, they're not
Right.
trying to take out, like, mass amount. Well, I mean, they kind of are, but, I mean, in a more direct way. If that makes any sense.
Right, because they want the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that, then, I mean, it's
Right.
just like, oh, darn, I can't charge my Tesla, or, you know,
Yeah.
oh, crap, I can't have
They're
coffee this
eliminating
morning.
their own media.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, they want attention, so, I mean,
So you saying terrorists are doing it for the glory and not for actually for their religion?
yeah, they're just like a...
They're doing it for the media, not the religion itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're just like a pissed off little kid. I mean, I don't know. You think they do that because they think that they're going to get what they're going to... No. It's all attention. Pay attention to me. That's all I hear. I want
Gotcha,
that
gotcha.
pay
That makes,
attention to
I
it.
could see that somewhat.
So, I mean...
I mean, yeah. But anyway, I think
CMEs would be another way that you could lose it.
which is
Go
what?
ahead.
Well,
Siamese? What?
A CME,
C
coronal mass ejection.
M E.
That's
A
where
what?
our...
Coronal mass ejection.
Coronal
That's
mass
where our-
ejection. Thank you, Mr.
our-
Billy Rittenhouse. Tell us what that is.
Go ahead. He's trying to tell you now.
Where our life giver says, no more.
When he means he doesn't mean the life giver because most of
Yeah.
his life giver is God.
Or
What
mother.
he's talking about is the sun.
Yes, the
So-
sun just gets all fired up and just spits out a little...
It's a solar flare or a CME.
It's like a sun fart.
What it does.
Exactly.
Like a sun fart.
That's a good way to put it.
Completely not what I was thinking, but okay.
Sun shards.
How you doing, Mercury?
And
You've been going around me a lot.
Sun farts might be a great song title. I mean,
By what
yeah,
hand?
farts on your
it
shoulder.
shoots radiation, and you got electrons. You know, that's what creates the auroras.
So that would.
Yeah, if the magnetic field keeps getting weaker like it is, it's possible that could have a bigger effect.
Okay.
Because our magnetic field is getting weaker, and the magnetic field is what protects us.
It's changing.
Changing, he said. Does that have anything to do with
Changing, flipping, you mean? Yes, I agree. It's done that before. It
Several
doesn't mean,
times.
It doesn't mean that it
Several
won't come
hundred
back. You know, I mean, I know people are going to really hate it when I say this, but there's
Get ready for the hate emails.
climate change.
We don't get any
Everybody
emails.
has climate change. There's always climate change, okay? That's a given. I mean, it's kind of like how the Earth and the planet, it's been here long before we've been here. You know, so there's been change.
You are indirectly bashing Bill Nye, the science guy, right now.
Am I really? Sorry, Bill Nye the Science Guy, but that means
great man. Great man.
if I'm bashing you, it's probably for good reason.
Here at the table. We
You
love
know
him.
what? We need a picture of him right
Absolutely.
next to
But
his.
anyway,
Wait a minute.
really do.
How
Anyway.
am I bashing Bill Nye the Science? What's his theory? Let me hear this.
He believes in climate change, and
Well,
that
Billy's
we
just
are.
admitted
Okay.
that there's
No,
climate
I
change.
know,
That's what he's
I know,
saying. There's
but
climate change. Climate's always
He's
changing.
saying that it is a natural occurrence. Yes, which part of it I do believe that it is natural.
But we're speaking.
Okay.
But
Before we do anything, before we go beating up Bill Nye,
you're the
let's
one
go
beating
do
him
this.
up.
We love Bill Nye.
let's go do this.
You
Let's
damn
explain
chicken.
what climate change is, okay? For the wonderful people of the world,
That sounds like a song.
It sounds
For
like
the
a
wonderful
topic for
people
another
of
time.
the world.
And thank you, but
okay,
yes.
we're gonna move on from that because climate change is just plain climate. Anything's climate change.
That's
Come on.
right. That's right. Climate is changing in this room because of the temperature
Yes.
of the.
Air conditioning not being on because it's too loud and you wouldn't
Sweaty
hear us.
guys and hooking up a hot tub.
All right. So several different ways.
That is not a good one to go with.
Several
Hot
different,
tub during the summer.
several
No,
different ways of four guys helping hooking up a hot tub.
And we're not
All
we're not going to
sweaty.
go into that show.
Too late.
I will,
You've already
I will.
been in it.
Dang it. Okay, what was you saying, Jonesy?
Nothing. That's
You were flabbered.
just seeing if. So, are there any other ones we're forgetting to get us to this point where? I mean, honestly, I think that we're kind of covered it. We've talked about the results. We've talked about where,
Right.
who, why. I definitely think that Chris Hemsworth is like.
Now, I'll say this: all that stuff we've gone over and everything that's been said, they are actively looking at things to target to keep the grid from going down. Finally, because they are building Faraday boxes on transformers for the grid system. They are actively
hold on.
looking at changing things.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we gotta say what it is. Go ahead and say what it is. We have to explain what
a
it
Faraday
is.
box?
A Faraday box?
That was a Faraday box.
Faraday
box.
cage.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
Faraday cage.
Whatever.
Cage.
Okay,
My
well-
grammar's horrible, folks.
Okay. With that, I will
Faraday
explain.
cage.
With what that is, I will
It's a
explain.
microwave.
It's pretty much it's constructed using copper mainly, and it is a shield.
Think of like
Vampire
when you
proof,
see
right?
No,
like those Tesla coil
Close.
experiments.
Hang-
You're in the cage.
hang a couple
Yeah.
The
garlic
lightning's hitting
and then
that.
yes.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
That's a good way to
It's
explain
a
it.
shield.
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, Billy.
It's a subject that I
hope
feel
I can
strongly
find that
about.
picture
Well, I'm
somewhere.
glad we got to talk about it.
I'm glad we
You
did
know?
too.
Again, like always, leave your comments down below. If our friends don't leave comment, try to do that. I guess it helps.
Again, tell your peeps to subscribe, spread us.
In line.
And
Subscribe.
what topics? What are we looking for?
Maybe
we're looking
rephrase that.
to go.
Spread our
laughter.
joyous
Spreading
Spread the
the
joy.
news.
Spread no, we can't say.
Spread the lap.
Just tell your friends to subscribe. Watch us where we can get better. And also, as he said, comments both on what can make us better and 2, what you would like to see more of. And no, none of us are undressing.
I'm just saying
You gotta pay for those.
it's also been a little sad, somber week because we said goodbye to Priscilla this weekend. That's gonna make my days less happy.
Why are you
and
happy
she's,
like that?
I'm just saying.
She's
Shout
much
out
happier.
to Priscilla. I'm not sure if she watches.
She
but
told me
my
I was her
goodness.
first friend at work. And
Oh, I know. I know. I'm
She
happy
lied.
for her. She, you know.
I know she lied,
I know. She, did.
It made
she
me
also
feel
she
good.
also lied to me because when she had her cake, I came in the training room. And as I came in, I began to unbutton my shirt, and everyone was like, "No one wants to see that." And Miss Priscilla said, "Oh, I do." And like I told Robert, I'll just take that, and I'm gonna store that right up in here.
Yeah, I do miss Priscilla. I'll say that.
Yeah.
She worked with us a lot over there.
I know.
You did too.
I know.
You did too.
Again, we get,
I'm sure
we
that-
get to remain friends, and
Yep.
you know.
So far, we hadn't actually said where we work, so we're good.
Yeah, but we're talking about work.
That is true.
We said that was a red area.
And
But
we're
no,
gonna leave you with a
No,
little
no, as-
UFOs classic, Lights Out.
Hold on, as far as that goes, she is a subscriber. So I mean, hey,
Yeah, you are. and we love you.
subscriber.
Come to our
So-
show. We'll have you on one day.
Oh, we
She
are gonna have a
did-
live
she
show
did
in here,
wanna
aren't we?
come on.
Are we
She
gonna have a
did wanna
live
come
show?
on.
She does want to
Eventually.
come
We're
on.
gonna put seats in
Hey,
the audience.
yes,
Live
help.
seating up here, maybe like a
Well,
swing.
on-
Can
on
we
that
ever on a
note, too-
swing? Oh, I'd love to
No.
show up like a
I want an
swing.
amphitheater.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
On that
a little
note,
I need help with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
on that note, help us build. Help us get bigger.